Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talladega Super Speedway for Season 2, race number 8 of the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. The first of 2 races here this season at Talladega, the Geico 500 here in the bright, blazing hot Alabama sun. 47 laps around this 2.67 mile super speedway. That is what we will be doing here today. Sure to be an excellent race. Last week, race number 7, we saw Stuart Gratton in his final NCS Sim Racing Challenge race. Took home the victory. And now let's take a look at our point standings. Rowe out in front, just barely ahead of Richard Fridge in second, Aaron Hunter third, Boston Jones fourth, Joshua Harrison in fifth. The last plate track winner, the Daytona 500 winner, Christian Vargas, sixth in points right now. I mentioned Stuart Gratton. He announced his retirement earlier this season. It would be coming at race number 7. So starting from this week onwards, Gratton will not be in the 17 car. DAF Racing announced 3 drivers will be filling in the ride for the remainder of the season. Dominic Anthony, the team owner, will drive plate tracks. And then Logan Williams and LJ Toledo, their truck drivers for McKean Motorsports, will split the rest of the races. Anthony doesn't run. Let's take a look at our starting lineup as cars have rolled off. Row number 1, Spencer Davis, his first pole, Axel Rocha alongside him. Arwen Basic and Abel Nickerson round out row 2. Sean McKean and Harry Williams, row number 3. Harry won last year's Talladega race. Christian Vargas, the Daytona 500, and Joshua Harrison in row 4. Row 5 has Alexander Rowe and Colin Scarborough. Christopher Marnell and Richard Fridge, row number 6. Michael Guthrie and Mitchell Collins in row number 7. Ian McDaniel and Aris Yuko, 2 experienced plate drivers in row 8. Row 9 sees Sela Nosler and Keith Hughes. Row number 10, there's Dominic Anthony right there, starting 19th, and Abby Lane alongside him. Row 11 has Nick Roten and Greg Rowland. Row number 12 sees Sam Francis and Jonah Burridge. Row 13, David Kreutz and Hayden Phillips. Row number 14 has Garrett Lamar and Rory Sharp. Row 15, Nathan Stapleton, Tom Gill. Row number 16 has Rouge Sharp and Henry Guo. Row 17, Jimothy Sharp and Nelson Reeves. Row number 18 has Barney Thresher and Aaron Hunter. Row number 19 sees James Sharp and Josh Moore. And then rounding out the field, row 20, Jacob Dabo, Boston Jones. Sure to be an interesting race here today. Like I mentioned, 47 laps around this 2.67 mile super speedway, a plate track. Last year, we only saw 1 caution, and the rest of the race was determined by pit strategy. Could we see a pit strategy race at a super speedway again, or could we see some good plate racing? Well, we're about to get underway. We'll see what happens. Spencer Davis, Axel Rocha, leading him down into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 4, we're already 3 and 4 wide behind them, but it's the 86 car who's out in front. He had a good push from Joshua Harrison. He's going to lead lap number 1. The 84 of Axel Rocha has went to the high side and was shuffled all the way back. He's all the way down in 24th as Alexander Rowe takes the lead coming down the back straightaway. Michael Guthrie pulling out of line a little bit there. He's got Ian McDaniel right behind him. They're comfortably able to go 4 wide like we mentioned last season. Not as comfortable going 4 wide as the Season 1 cars, but drivers will be able to do so. You'll be seeing it quite often. As you see it right back there, 4 wide with the 74 or the 72 and others. Michael Guthrie with a good push from Ian McDaniel going to the lead here on lap number 3 of 47. Guthrie and McDaniel up front giving each other a little bit of help. Dominic Anthony now, he's down on the bottom lane. He's going to try to give Ian McDaniel a little bit of help. Guthrie, McDaniel, Anthony, those guys have raced together online on Forza. They certainly know their ways. They know how to work with each other, but I think McDaniel's at the lead now, but I think Dominic Anthony's going to want this lead coming on the bottom lane with help from Nick Roten. Dominic Anthony, only 4 laps for him to get to the front, and he led lap number 3. Currently in the lead here on lap number 4. Only took 3 laps for the 17 to get to the front. Anthony, an experienced plate racer, only racing the plate races and adding some more races to his schedule with the departure of Stuart Gratton for the NCS truck division. He enjoys plate racing. He feels that it's one of his strengths. And out front already, he led at Daytona in the truck race. He was up front on Wednesday night's race. David Kreutz getting to the lead now. But Anthony really getting comfortable in this Cup car already. Rue Sharp to the front now. That's someone that we haven't heard much of for Heat Racing team. Those guys are racing all Coca-Cola cars. Coca-Cola jumped aboard to sponsor all 4 Heat Racing cars this race. And the 24 sports the red and white classic Coca-Cola colors. Arwen Basic coming to the front now. He's been relatively quiet this season. He's a ways back in points. Hopefully a good point stay here today will help the 45 jump up in points. Hayden Phillips for GGA in that red, white, and blue Fanatec car has been racing that livery for quite a few races now. Seems to be enjoying that one. I prefer the black and gold scheme. We're on board with Spencer Davis. He's back in 31st. He's in the back. He wants to play it safe right now. He thinks that it's going to get hectic. He's on the bottom lane, which is usually a direct line to the front, but he said over the radio he noticed how quickly things were getting busy up in front as he has 4 wide right in front of him. He noticed it and he dropped to the back. Barney Thresher grabs the lead away from Hayden Phillips as Henry Guo is pushing that 69 car, the 79, the teammate of Hayden Phillips, Jacob Dabo, in the white Ally Chevrolet. He's giving Barney Thresher a big push down the back straightaway. Whoa, we've got cars around. Caution has come out. The 93, the 37, and the 44. I saw those guys around. Greg Rowland with a big hit to his driver's side door, as well as David Kreutz. Colin Scarborough seems to have a little bit of damage. And caution has come out here on lap number 7 of 47. Barney Thresher in the 59 is going to lead them back to the line. And the caution has come out on lap number 8 of 47 here at Talladega. There's the 37 car as the 85 bounces off the wall, goes into the 58, and then, the 37 just gets turned by the 44. And the 93 goes sliding sideways. I don't know what happened with Colin Scarborough. He was way back. As the 85 bounces off the wall, so did the 51. As the 85 goes into the 42 of Jimothy Sharp, that sends the 93 around of Greg Rowland, as well as involving Alexander Rowe. On board with Greg Rowland, who's making a move underneath Jimothy Sharp, and then goes right into him, bounces off the wall, goes sliding. Rough impact on the driver's side door there for Greg Rowland. As Rowe, Kreutz, Rory Sharp, Keith Hughes, Greg Rowland, and Jimothy Sharp all were involved in that accident. No drivers retired from the race. We will have cars coming down pit road. Arwen Basic looks like he's staying out, as well as a few others. But Barney Thresher is going to lead these guys down pit road. Looks like it's going to be 2 tires and fuel for the 59, who's going to peel out in front of the 68 of Boston Jones. 97 of Jonah Burridge is right next to him. Such a long pit road, and the 59 is barely going to edge out Jonah Burridge to win the race off of pit road for the 59 car. But there was 3 drivers who stayed out. The 45 of Arwen Basic, that number in the Gatorade Slurping Lads, GoDaddy Dodge Charger. He is currently the leader. He did not pit. In second place, right behind him, that's Michael Guthrie, the number 33 Konosuba Chevrolet, a new livery for the 33 driver. Third place, that was a guy that we just saw way outside of the pack. He was outside of the draft. Colin Scarborough currently in third after not pitting. Certainly taking a gamble getting up to the front. I guess why not? Why not work your way up to the front? Fourth place is Barney Thresher. He's the first guy off of pit road. And then fifth place is the 97 of Jonah Burridge. 3 teammates right in a row for Zach Armstrong Racing. The 59, 97, and 68. Third, fourth, 5th, and 6th place for those guys right there. Certainly a good team effort there. Good pit stops by ZAR as well. Able to get them out in front. Actually, that's all 4 of them right there, all in a line. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th is ZAR. They could potentially work together to try to get back to the front. But it's Arwen Basic who currently commands the lead, and he's going to lead these guys back down for the green flag coming out once again. We're back underway at Talladega with the 33 already jumping out. The 59 and 97 locked together already, making a move underneath the two of Colin Scarborough. Those guys pushing each other to third place. No help for the 33 on that restart meant that he dropped behind the 45. Now the 97 moves up a little bit, but the 68 gets right behind this 59 car. Boston Jones not looking to take any team orders. He's going to go to the bottom. Barney Thresher goes to the top. Arwin Basic is going to come through the tri-oval and lead lap number 12, but he's got the 68, a whole bunch of cars right behind him. Gets freight train from that lead as Boston Jones now takes it away. Boston Jones being pushed by the 72 of Christian Vargas, the Daytona 500 winner. Three wide there for the front spot. Here comes Mitchell Collins going to the lead at the stripe. Not for long, says Josh Moore as the bottom lane chugs along. Freight trains that 22. The 3 car gets to the front for now, but how long will it take for the 86 to get back to the front? Here comes the 79 as well. 3 wide for the lead going into turn number 3. Jacob Dabo takes it away from both of them. And he is going to lead lap 14 of 47. Still quite a lot of laps to go. We had a little bit of a split pack on that restart, but it seems to be all back together as Jonah Burridge swoops around the bottom lane and takes the lead. Here comes Colin Scarborough with help from a fellow Dodge driver, Abby Lane, getting a little aero push to the front. The 34 of Aaron Hunter is very slow for some odd reason. We don't know why, but the 34 is slow up ahead, and it looks like, oh, Mitchell Collins just bounced off the wall right there. Kept it clean, but the 34 is going to maybe hold up this front pack. I don't know, but Colin Scarborough's got a massive lead now. It looks like the 34 had lost the draft, and now he has been lapped on speed here at Talladega. It seems like the 34 is holding his own, so I believe he just lost the draft. As Scarborough has the lead yet again. He's got a great plate driver right behind him, Aris Yuko, who's got his teammate behind him as well, Aaron Hunter. Scarborough keeps it as they go 3 wide right behind them. The 30 car of Garrett Lamar plunges into second place. Coming out of turn number 4, no challengers yet for Scarborough. He's warded them all off. '22 of Mitchell Collins went down pit road after he smacked the wall, and now Joshua Harrison gets a big help, gets a big push from Ian McDaniel, and the 18 goes to the lead here on the back straightaway. Yeah, Mitchell Collins went down pit road after he smacked the wall a few laps ago. Ian McDaniel gets to the front now. Mitchell not happy that he had to go down pit road. It's very hard to make laps back up here at Talladega with how large it is, and it's entirely possible that he is going to be out of the draft. Lap 19 of 47 there for McDaniel. He's got the lead by quite a wide margin, over a car length in front of Nick Roten, who also has really no help. The 58 of Keith Hughes trying to draft up to the 0 car. But no help given to the 0, says Keith Hughes, as he dives out of line, goes to the bottom, and that shuffles Nick Roten up and out of the order. Harry Williams leading that top lane. I don't know if we can say leading, but he's certainly at the front of it. He is the latest winner at Talladega, the season number 1 winner. As McDaniel was our guest in the booth on Wednesday night for the Truck Series race, the season 1 Daytona 500 winner, finally losing the lead. Keith Hughes is going to take it away from him, but he's got a lot of drivers right behind them. That includes Tom Gill. He's got the 20 of Richard Fridge right behind them as well, who will try to make the move going into turn number 3. The 78 just barely cuts off the 20 car and takes the lead. Here the drivers, a bunch of drivers are out of the drafts. The 42, 44, 37, 85. These guys were involved in the accident that brought out the first caution, as Fridge has now taken the lead here on lap 21 of 47. But these guys out of the draft by a considerable margin. The 86 going down underneath the 20. Richard Fridge has lost the lead, gives it up to 86 of Abel Nickerson, who's now your leader once again. Already a one-time winner in his very short career. The 86 won at Auto Club. On board with the 72, Christian Vargas, the driver who won the Daytona 500 this season. Looking to get back into the front. He slides up the racetrack trying to get a good move done, but that leaves the door open for the 59 of Keith Hughes, and a bunch of other drivers are just going to pass him on by. Going to the top lane, trying to salvage something, getting something behind him. But it does not look like he is going to be able to do so. The 86, still your leader here. Nobody has made a move on him yet, except for Jonah Burridge, as he's going to come there now. The 34, very bouncy in line. Oh my goodness. He's treading the line between the apron and the racetrack as Jonah Burridge has taken the lead. Man, that has split up the pack just a little bit. is the 34, driving very treacherously here at Talladega. Certainly not a good look for the 34, who is a lap down, might I mention. Lap down, trying to get his way back to the front on the lead lap. The 24 of Rue Sharp goes underneath Jonah Burridge and takes the lead once again. This is a 24 holding off this ward of drivers. Here comes Garrett Lamar underneath them. Garrett Lamar also raced in the Truck Series race yesterday, or not yesterday, on Wednesday. Did a solid job there in the race, got caught up in an accident. But on lap 25 of 47 to 30, he's going to lose the lead to the 86, and now the one of Henry Guo is going to go underneath both of them and take the lead right away. The one of Henry Guo taking the lead for the first time here this afternoon at Talladega. The Season 1 champion has the crowd cheering as he crosses the stripe. The 86 has bounced into the wall quite a few times. I'm surprised that he hasn't had to go down pit road. It's the 51, Seelan Nosler, to the front here, taking the lead away from Henry Guo. On board with Ari Williams, last year's winner. 2 Talladega races this season, as I mentioned. The first one is obviously right now, but then the second one is within the later portions of the season. Because we got to move for the lead. The 18 and the 84 both jumped out of line to try to get around the 57 or the 51. Not able to, and Nosler keeps the lead here on lap 27 of 47. Jumping on board now to Joshua Harrison, who's trying to get to this lead, pushing the 51 down the back straightaway. Now makes a move to go underneath him. Joshua Harrison to the lead here at Talladega once again. This 18 car is a very strong car. He could be a threat to win this race. That is if he doesn't get caught up in an accident. Blocking high, blocking low is the 18 car, who's got the lead here on lap 28 of 47. The 20 of Richard Fridge, with help from Dominic Anthony, is going to get pushed to the front as caution has come out. We've got an accident in turn number 2. And what did I tell you? The 34 was very jumpy, and it looks like he is involved in this accident. The 30 car is involved as well. So is the 23. Richard Fridge has taken the lead. The 59 is on pit road. And here comes Dominic Anthony, who takes the lead away from the 20 car of Richard Fridge. Dominic Anthony is going to come into the tri-oval. It doesn't look like, nope, he's able to block off the 86 from making a move, and Dominic Anthony's going to lead the leaders back to the line and has the lead as the caution is out on lap 29 of 47 for the second time today. Let's take a look and see what happened. They were 4 wide. The 34 just goes, up and into the wall they go. A big incident. And then, yeah, it doesn't look like the other drivers were involved in it. It looks like they were just out of the pack. You can just see the 34 goes up into the 97, putting the 30 card on the wall riding it there. Looks like you might get some bonus points for Tony Hawk for that glide on the wall right there. Got a good view of it from Colin Scarborough. Here's another look at it. The 34 just got too close, up and into the wall. The 30 car taps it, the windshield of the 34 with his rear. But it looks like the 59 was on pit road pitting. And I guess that seemed like pit stop cycles were happening. I believe some drivers may pit right now, some drivers may not, but I think the 59 was certainly on that edge of needing to pit. Dominic Anthony is going to come down pit road. He's going to come down. The 86 will not. The 24 will. The 79 won't. And I believe it looks, yep, we're going to be half and half as we come down pit road under our second caution period of the day. Looks like it's going to be gas and go for the 17 car. And Dominic Anthony leads him down pit road, and he's going to be the first one off pit road here today. '22 and the 59 and 34 guys, those guys are lapped down. The 86 will be your current leader as we head back to the green flag on lap 33 of 47. Only just under 15 laps to go when we go back green flag racing at Talladega. The 86 of Abel Nickerson is your current leader. He stayed out on after those round of pit stops. He stayed out, as well as a bunch of other drivers. He already has one win on the season this year. He collected the victory at Auto Club Speedway in an exhilarating finish between him and Aaron Hunter in an awesome final 10 laps that featured great battles. Could we see something of the same here today, as he's your current leader? Second place, the 79 of Jacob Dabo in the white Ally Ford Mustang, the first time that the white version of that car will be seen this season. Third place, Nick Roten in the number 0 car. Fourth is Richard Fridge, who also won earlier this season at Las Vegas. And then fifth place is the 18 of Joshua Harrison. Like I said, though, we'll be restarting lap 33 of 47. The 22, 59, and 34 are all one lap down. And the 86 is going to lead us back to the green flag. We're back underway here at Talladega Superspeedway. The 59 massively holding up the 34, and they're going to drop to the back. Hopefully staying out of everybody else's way. Oh, look at that. It is splitting that back pack away from the front pack, right exactly where the drivers that had pitted and hadn't pitted were. That is a very rough situation right there, as those guys were certainly looking to make their way up through the field. But now Massive gaps between the front pack and the back pack as the 86 is in front. 22 of Mitchell Collins leading the pack on the bottom lane, but the 86 is your current leader by virtue of standings. Nickerson, the leader at the line, but the 18 is right underneath him and is going to take the lead away. Joshua Harrison has it. See how split up these guys are. That's very unfortunate. They are so far back. We have sometimes been able to see drivers get up through the packs, like the packs getting closer to each other, but with how little time there is left in the race, as well as the tow that these guys have, I don't think that the other drivers will be able to make it up to this pack. Eris Yuko to the front here on lap 35 of 47. Now, it's possible that those guys are able to make it, but I don't think they are going to. It's a very unlikely possibility. Yuko out in front won his respective Daytona duel earlier this season, as well as having a bunch of laps led at plate tracks under his belt. He is very much looking forward to having a good race here. There's Dominic Anthony in the 17 car. With the split packs, he is the front of that pack and he is trying to lead the back to the front. It's a tall task for the 17 car, as well as the rest of these guys. But will they be able to do it? Boston Jones gets around the 54 and gets to the front. Now the 86 of Abel Nickerson back to the lead with help from his teammate Tom Gill right underneath him. The 78 pushing the 86 to the front. But Tom Gill does not have a win. The 86 does. If it comes down to the final few laps, I can imagine the 78 will not be playing nice with the 86. Down to the bottom of the track goes the 78, the 51, the 18. They're going to try to make a move on this 86 car. They will. Tom Gill is going to make it back to the front. Or to the front for the first time for the 78 car. Seelan Nosler on the bottom. He's going to get back to the front in that blue and pink Ford Mustang for Tofu Motorsports. 10 laps to go here at Talladega. The 18 of Joshua Harrison. Right behind this 51 car. On board with Mitchell Collins. The 18 pulls down to the bottom lane. He's going to look underneath Seelan Nosler. I believe this 18 car has it. And Joshua Harrison is going to take the lead. Coming onto the front straightaway into the trioval. Axel Rocha giving lots of help to this 18 car. With 9 laps to go here at Talladega, the pressure is on for these drivers, especially with how split up these packs are. Here's the 59 of Barney Thresher. He is way off pace. Will this split them up again? Are they going to be able to avoid him? No, they're not. Arwen Basic holds up the field as he's trying to get around him. and nobody else is able to get around Barney Thresher. Oh my goodness. The field has been split again as the 84 of Axel Rocha has taken the lead with 8 laps to go. And drivers are infuriated at the 59 for going so slow at that pace. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm speechless. That's insane. We have absolutely no competition except for these 4 now. These 4 drivers, unless a caution comes out or something miraculous happens, these 4 are going to be the 4 drivers who are fighting for this win. Henry Guo to the front here at Talladega with 8 laps to go. As I said, the pressure is on now. I'd say the pressure is even bigger for these 4 drivers. And for everybody else, you're wondering, what if? We have 7 laps to go here at Talladega. Will these guys work together? I don't think they will. They're trying to. But this level of competition right here, this is just going to keep them split further and further. The 18 of Joshua Harrison has the lead. Coming into the tri-oval, they're 3 wide for second place with Mitchell Collins right in there. If it wasn't for Mitchell Collins, I don't think these guys would be doing so well. I think they would be falling immediately back to the other guys. But with Mitchell Collins here, they're able to have somewhat of a draft. The 20 car of Richard Fridge is the leader of the pack behind these 5 cars. Single file into the tri-oval, not for long as Henry Guo pulls out underneath. Does he have any help? He does. He's going to get help from Seelan Nosler. Joshua Harrison leading with 5 laps to go here at Talladega. The 51 of Nosler moving the 1 up the high lane. Exciting racing. Unfortunate that we don't have the rest of the pack with them. But Joshua Harrison is clinging on to dear life with this pack. Now, I said with 5 cars, they were able to make it enough to where they can still have speed to be in front of the bigger pack. But 5 cars, I don't think is enough for someone to get a run out of the corner to pass the 18 car. There's just not enough drivers, and these guys just don't seem like they want to work together enough to try and make something happen. It's not whether or not how competent they are, it's how willing they are to work together, and I don't think any of these guys are. None of them seem like they are willing enough to work together. The 20 car of Richard Fridge is 2.3 seconds back in 5th. But they are gaining quickly on Joshua Harrison, Seelan Nosler, Axel Rocha, Mitchell Collins, and Henry Guo with 3 laps to go here at Talladega. The 18 car out in front. The 84 trying to make a move underneath the 51. I don't think that's going to work. That's just not going to work. The 51 had positioning, but then the 84 ditched him. And now the 84 is basically moving himself into second. But I don't think he's going to be able to get close to the 18, as the 18 is pulled out A 2-car length gap now. The 12 of Nelson Reeves is now the leader of that backpack. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Joshua Harrison has held the lead since lap 41. The 58 of Barney Thresher is coming up once again. And the 18 gets held up. The 51 had such a huge run, but the one of Henry Guo just can't get around him because the 59 is just staying in the middle of the track trying to block them. The 59 was just trying to block the leaders. For what reason, I don't know. But the 18 of Joshua Harrison now has a massive advantage on the 84 and the 1. Final lap here at Talladega Superspeedway. The backpack has caught up to this little group right here, or at least it has to Mitchell Collins. On board with Henry Guo. The 51 of Seelan Nosler went down pit road, so he has given up his position to go down pit road and pit. That is why you don't see him here anymore. The 1 of Henry Guo trying. I don't think he'll be able to do it. He's too far away. The 84 of Axel Rocha has slipped down. And here comes Joshua Harrison coming across the line to win here at Talladega Superspeedway. Man, give it 5 more laps and that big pack would have been right back to it. But of course, that is the big if question. Joshua Harrison can let out a sigh of relief as he has won the Geico 500 at Talladega for his first ever NCS SimRacing Challenge win. Let's take a look and see the results. Harrison finished first, Guo second, Basic third. Basic made his way up to third somehow. Rocha fourth, Yuko fifth, Reeves sixth, Fridge, Roten, Jones, and McKean round out your top 10. Abbey Lane in 11th. Dominic Anthony, his debut, finishing 12th. Rowe 13th, Rue Sharp 14th, Hughes, Phillip, Moore, Marnell, James Sharp, and Rory Sharp. That rounds out your top 20. 21st, Jonah Burridge. 22nd, Spencer Davis. 23rd, Michael Guthrie. 24th, Nathan Stapleton. 25th, Harry Williams. Jimothy Sharp, Sam Francis, Ian McDaniel, Garrett Lamar, Greg Rowland, David Kreutz, Colin Scarborough, Jacob Dabo. Seelan Nosler finished 34th. And then there's the rest of the pack right there. Certainly a very interesting race here at Talladega Superspeedway. And it's possible that we see shakeup in the point standings. Not too, well, I would say not too much, but Alexander Rowe and Richard Fridge are tied atop the point standings here. Rowe currently has the advantage due to having the better average finish, but it's Rowe, Fridge, Harrison, Jones, Guo, your top 5, and man, you can just see how many people are up here. What a big shakeup. Marnell has made his way up to 9th in the point standings, a very good turnaround for him currently this season. Very quiet turnaround. Earlier this season, he was back in 28th in points. Lots of interesting names back here. You can see McDaniel in 33rd in points. He certainly needs a good few races. Scarborough in 34th. Stapleton in 39th. That's not looking good. And then a bunch of the Sharps all 36th, 37th, and 40th. That'll do it for today's race here at Talladega. It was certainly a very fun race, but next week is going to be just as fun. It's Bristol, baby, for the Bass Pro Shops night race. Well, for the Bass Pro Shops night race, we will see you guys all there for the next race of the NCS Sim Racing Challenge.